Hey, what's up, YouTube and Twitch? Welcome to Play a Painted Live. Time for another one of these, folks. I know it's been a couple of days since I streamed, and that's kind of weird for me. I was in a shitty spot, working on a very difficult commission, one in which I could not actually share my progress. So, anyways, that is all but done at this point. And tonight I want to go ahead and just enjoy um, painting more commission stuff, but like more of my wheelhouse commission. You know, painting for good customers. You know, not painting for not as good customers. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm loading up the comments right now. I'm not sure if this will allow me, and I'll try to see if XSplit will allow me to add the YouTube chat viewer. Let's stick it there. So bear with me while we try to set this up. It may likely fail, in which case that's fine. We'll just yeah, I am going to authorize XSplit to utilize YouTube Live. So let's see. See if it will let me. Gonna wait a minute here. Hello, hey, what's up, Dizzy? Welcome to the stream. I actually did set this up on Hangouts, so if you do want to hop in, let me know. We can make that happen. I don't know what's going on with this YouTube live chat. It's not letting me do a thing. Let me do the thing. Come on, man. Not letting me. Oh no. Don't like me. Don't like me. Wait. There we go. Hold on. Nothing much. Cool. Let's see. It. Blah. Yeah, if you want, I can hang tight and I'll shoot a link over to you. Let's see. I'm trying to remember my Google password. Looks like, and it wants me to do this. And let's see what else it wants me to do. Yes, it's going to allow that. All right. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, there it is. Look at that. Woohoo. Okay. And now we can see your comments on the thing. How cool is that? I'm going to change the messages to black. There we go. And I'm going to change the viewers to white. White? Yeah. There we go. And we're going to go do a thing. Okay. So let me go ahead and shoot you this thing. We'll see. And what you painting? I'm painting some Zombicide. So let me send you a thing. So I know this isn't really much to look at just yet. But yeah, this is what we're working on tonight. We're going to be working on some Zombicide stuff. Oh, come on. Sorry for the slow going here. My computer, I understand it's an older computer. I am probably taxing it a little bit harder than I should, but that's kind of how I go. Hey, look, we got a new like and everything. Somebody else likes us on the thing. So there we go. So there's that. And we're going to go back to where we were, back to the Hangouts. Yeah, Hangouts are fine. Actually, I'll watch from the XSplit camera. I like that you can customize the appearance of chat. Don't know if you can do that with OBS. Well, cool. Welcome to the feed. And again, if you want to chat live, you are totally clear to do so now. All right, so we're working on some Zombicide Survivors, and they're pretty cool minis. I mean, for one-piece plastic minis, they're not bad. However, I do want to do things like my problem with these is, you know, either I chop them off their bases, which is a thought. I would consider doing that, but the easier thing to do here would be just to put a little bit of texture on the bases. Okay, so we're going to start by doing that, and I'm going to use a product called white pumice. Okay, so this is kind of like a nice little standby product for Vallejo. So I'm going to put white pumice there. Do I have, I guess I'll leave this on here and read off of the, well, it's fine, I'll just read. Kind of used to looking up at my screen and reading, and we'll just see. So white pumice is just this kind of like cruddy crud stuff. And I'm going to use a little, this is about as simple as it gets. Just take a little bit with a little sticky stick. I'm sure you could use something fancier if you so desired, like a fancy stick, but you don't need to do much. I mean, you're aiming to just put the thinnest of layers on there, just enough to, kind of convincingly say, I cared a little bit about the base of this model. That's about it. You don't need to do a crazy amount of, because you know that it kind of takes over the model itself, right? You don't want it to look like the model's sinking in quicksand or anything like that. It does have grit to it. It's a really fine grit. If you want a heavier grit, then there's a product called white stucco. And I actually was, later this week, I'm going to work on a project that is going to call for a little bit more heavier texture to it. So I'm gonna base 12 models, but I'm really only going to work on about 6. Because you don't, again, you're going to put next to nothing on here. The whole idea is just to convince people that you did a thing. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. You did a thing. And actually have some pretty good tools for, keeping the area clear if I have to. Like I got a little bit of there, and I got these. I got other little tools and things to help me kind of, whoa, did I get? Got a little bit on the camera. I used crack filler before to make lava bases, just the stuff you get at the hardware store. Oh, you mean, yeah, like patch, like patching compound or putty. Yeah, that stuff works great. And it's super cheap too. This is actually not so cheap, but I'm sure you could make this. This is super easy to make. This is really just a slurry that's got a little bit of, calcium carbonate in it, or pumice. I think this actually does have pumice in it. Probably why they call it white pumice. I don't know. Taking a guess. Wild guess here. Why did I do both sides of the stick? What was I thinking? Why'd I do that? Why did I break it? What's the matter with me? Whatever. The other thing about like doing this super thin is that it's going to dry a lot faster than normal. Like they normally tell you, you know, it dries in about a half hour to an hour. That's a lie. If you put this on with any sort of normal thickness to it, or like an average thickness to it, and I'm not sure what an average thickness would be, maybe 3 to 4 wet mills or whatever, then it's going to dry. It's actually going to take several hours to dry. But if you put it on this thin, which I'm putting it on really thin actually, it should dry very quickly. It's just this sort of tedium of putting things down on the base. So these Zombicide minis, they're not that detailed. So I'm charging a little bit less to paint these because they're not. I'm going to do a tabletop job on these. They're not. I'm not going to be like breaking boundaries or anything like mind blowing with them. My tool isn't so good right now. Wondering if I should just use this, since this seems to be doing the job a little bit better. The problem is it's not. I should probably use a little spatula to do this, but I could use this tool here. I'm just trying to make sure that the area is not. The crack filler dries to a drywall consistency, so you want to seal it with some PVA glue. And then you're good to go. The good thing about the crack filler is it goes from pink to white when dry. Oh, nice. Okay. I need like a spatula type of thing. Like if, oh, no, we're not going to restart. No. Dismiss. No one wants to. Like something like this would be good, but I don't want to ruin my little screwdriver. So I'm using just a little craft stick to do this. Maybe here's what I'm going to do. I'll use the craft stick to kind of put on the heavy, kind of the sufficient amount to cover the whole mini, and I'll come back with the the little tool here to I wonder where the viewers are. I was actually asked to turn the camera on tonight, but that's okay. We'll just work. We'll do. Whoa. Are you doing okay, Diz? I hope you're feeling better. And then I have a rant for tonight. Should be ranty. Maybe it's because I put rant in the description, or maybe people don't want to watch me prep Zombicide miniatures. Who knows? Who knows? Did the spam that you are on? Ow, you had some spam? Sweet. I do like spam. Get myself a little bit of a snack here. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Good, good. So we can get back to this. Yeah. But yeah, my got a couple of sickies here in the house, and I guess the sitter is sick. So tomorrow I have to take off as well, so I can watch my kids and then deliver that ridiculous commission I was on, which you know that whole Noah's asking if you spam social media to let your followers know that you're on. Well, I did click the little tweet button when I hit, stream live. Maybe I'm hoping that worked. I hope they feel better. Yes, thanks. They're okay. I mean, they're little kids. They just get a little bit fussy. And yeah, and I think my wife had it, and the babysitter had it too. And I may have had it, but I might have been too stressed out to notice that I had it. Do, 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 do. Cool. Yeah, you got a you have a link, so you may also jump on. And nobody's watching, so we can talk all kinds of trash. We can talk all kind of trash. Okay. So yeah, this is what you do, man. You spread the little thing on here. And then you make a thing, and then it goes on to the next thing. Super, super descriptive. Yep. If you read the description for the video, you'll know what the rant is about. It's actually a fairly common rant right now on YouTube. I saw I was watching a few other videos with the same subject because it's super funny, and there's a lot of memes being posted online that are basically related to the same thing. So it's all good.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. I had to log back in, so I was like, oh shit, what's my password?
Yeah, I'm always forgetting my Google password, and that's bad.
Oh, I forgot to mute the stream. I'm hearing double feed. There, we'll just shut that off.
All right. Boop, boop, boop. So, what are you working on tonight?
Probably
Just
do
chilling?
what I'm calling my fatty for the zombies. I'm just kind of slowly pecking through those or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Yepers. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I should send out another tweet on the Twitter.
Yeah, it's weird. Nobody jumped on. Usually you have people.
Yeah, even my cat's leaving. Are those my Zombicide Survivor? Okay. So Nelson's on. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Even my cat has decided to jump ship. Thanks a lot. One less viewer there. Little jerk. Yep, these are your Zombicide Survivors. Just throwing a little texture on there. Are we getting feedback from? Hello?
Hi, everything seems good on my end.
I'm just
Sorry.
hearing like a little, like almost like a buzzing or something.
That's weird.
Sounds
Are you
like
still
that.
hearing it?
No, not anymore.
I wonder if there's any feedback weirdness from my phone or my headset. I just have my phone near me, so sometimes stuff like that happens.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Nelson says, "Hey there, Dizzy."
Hi, Nelson.
Yeah.
I am just trying to get set up to paint, and I'm just messaging on my phone right now. Be a second here. What are you up to, kitty? My cat found a new place in my my desk to crawl into, a little like shelf area, and he decided he was going to get in it and then knock everything out that was in there so he could fit. Yeah. I was like, thank you.
Good job.
This is why my room is always a disaster. It's bad enough that I'm kind of messy, but it doesn't help when he does that.
Nicely done.
See, I'll leave stuff on my desk or whatever when I'm painting, but then he proceeds to spread it all over the floor by knocking it on the floor and then playing with it. So he makes it about 10 times worse.
Ah.
I did not get a chance to read your description. So what was your rant?
Oh, are you ready for it? Or should we wait for you to set up?
I don't know.
So that you can be prepared? Actually, it's not that big a deal. So there's been a lot of stuff going on the internet posting about the video game Cuphead. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's a really cool game. You know, it's a side-scrolling shooter.
Love how it looks.
Yeah, and it has like the really like old-timey cartoon animation feel to it. And but the thing is, you know, it's a side-scrolling shooter, and it's maybe a little bit more difficult than the modern-day video game. And so what's been going on is, you know, you have some of those our favorite people in the world, the game journos, writing articles, things like, oh well, you know, there needs to be an option to skip boss fights in Cuphead. There needs to be an easy mode. You know,
why would you skip boss
don't
fights
feel
in
bad if you're not good at Cuphead, and kind of, you know, talking down to, you know, the video game, kind of I guess what has always sort of traditionally been the video game culture, which is more of like, you know, merit based, right? Like if you're a video gamer, it's quite normal for you to rip on people that play on easy mode or people that download cheats and run cheats so that they can finish games and that kind of thing. And it even goes beyond, like, before that. Like, are you going through the trouble of basing those? If it takes too much time, don't worry about it. No, dude, I gotta base these. I've painted them before without basing them, and it drives me crazy. Like, not having a base on things kind of drives me nuts. But anyway, it even goes like, it predates that. You know, video gaming culture kind of, and the whole idea of achievement based culture predates the, you know, the internet video gaming and so forth. Like even like arcade gaming, right? The game here we go with my old man style again. But when I was your age, when I was playing, you know, when I played video games in the arcade, and some of you remember this kind of stuff, classic video games were hard as shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Nobody,
especially at an arcade, because they were designed to make you just feed the machine.
Yeah, and they never, like, even if you played the Atari, which later became known as the 2600, I played it like our Atari was just called an Atari because that was the
Yeah.
only freaking thing in the market at the time. It was just called Atari. But like if you played Asteroids on Atari,
Yeah.
the goal wasn't to beat the game because they didn't even, like, those games didn't even have endings to them.
Yeah.
The goal was to flip the game. You're like, oh, okay, I flipped it all. Like I went through all the levels and the game reset and it's all the way back down to
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
it's base difficulty. That's the best you could do, right? Like if you named those games Centipede, Missile Command, even some of the later games like Sinistar, Zaxxon, like you didn't beat the game. That wasn't a thing. It was freaking impossible. You just didn't do it. And the whole video gaming culture in the 80s was around that. Like it was about trying to be the best of the best and achieve uber nerd status and confirm your virginity and your perpetual virginity, I should say, and play those games until you died. Essentially, that's what it was. And then it went on to the PC and the internet, and those games got easier, and games are getting progressively easier. But even then, there's still kind of the attitude or this spirit of, hey, we're playing to get better. We're playing to improve our skills and achieve things. We don't want everything handed to us. That's been the attitude for video games as long as there has been video games, at least as far as I remember. And I remember pretty freaking far back.
Welcome to 2017. All that has
Right.
changed.
And suddenly, right. And now you have enter the dreaded video game journos. I've described them many times on this feed. The Columbia University hipster grad was hoping they would write for Vice or BuzzFeed or the Mary Sue or something like that, and instead the only thing they could find was a job at Polygon or Kotaku or IO9 or something like that. And heaven forbid they have to go into the toxic male masculine video game world and try to review video games. Okay, so we should bear in mind, these are people that are writers first and video gamers probably 45th in their life, right? They're in between. Then you could put inline roller skater, you could put macrame expert, you could put man bun stylish person, you could put floral beard arranger well before you put video game player on the resume of your average video game journo. And so that's why we're getting this. And so you couple that, these are people that are sort of disappointed in their station, and they always thought that their writing should change the world. And you mix that with the sort of instant gratification. If I can't change the world, then the world better change around me type of attitude. And this is the kind of stuff that you're getting. It's this you're getting, oh well, these people are toxic. I hate writing for them. They're a bunch of elitists because they make fun of me, how bad I am at these video games. But I don't think that they're making fun of how bad the journos are at video games. I think they're making fun of how unwilling they are to try to be good at them.
Yeah.
And that's the part, I think that's the part that's upsetting to everybody. Now, I should warn everybody, like, full disclosure, I haven't touched a video game for like probably 7-8 years. Like, it's been a while since I've ever really like seriously touched a video game. But
Well, by saying that, you just completely lost your right to any type of opinion on the matter.
Yeah,
your opinion is mute.
Right? I know. Well, I mean, maybe it is, but so I get, even though I'm not active in the video game world, and I'm not, I couldn't rightly say that I'm a video gamer today.
Mhm.
I would say, I was at least a part of its early culture, and I understand the video game culture, at least the old school toxic masculine meritocracy type video game culture, where it's like, video gamers are hella competitive, or some of them anyway. And even the ones that aren't, we're always trying to improve their own skills. Even if you were, like back in the day, even if you were a casual video game, you might have played World of Warcraft, or you might, something like that. You're still trying to get better. You're still that's kind of the point of the game.
Yeah.
You're leveling up, you're improving your gear, and you want to get on these raids and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, you're trying to get better. You're trying to improve your skills.
You're trying to get better. You're trying to make it through the game, like, to get through the levels, or whatever have it, like, depending on the game. And you're not just, you don't, like, I don't know anybody who would just want to put on a game and sit there and have it do everything for them and be like, oh, okay,
sure.
I beat it.
Yeah, because that's called a movie.
Yeah, but the thing with games too, the fun is in the challenge. The fun is in figuring out, the patterns, bosses, or what have you, and getting through the levels and achieving that sense of like, oh, I did this, I got through this. It might have been difficult. I might have had to do it fucking 10 times, but I got through it. Not, here you go, here's your number one, your trophy for being number one when you sat on your ass and did nothing.
I want my participation trophy.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
to see the end game. Right. But, I'll play advocate against myself here for a second, because they do kind of cite this kind of stuff in the article.
Like, I didn't read the article, so I also have no right
to know. Nelson's laughing at my man bun stylist. I bet that's a thing.
Oh, it definitely is.
There's a guy running around the coffee beans, and I'm sure his name is Percy. And Percy runs around and he styles your man bun for you.
That's not his birth name, though. That's a name that he gave himself.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
we're going to hell.
Yeah, we're going to hell. We're I'm another one of those damn internet man babies crying about something somebody wrote. But anyway, so they say, well, okay, what if and this is a somewhat valid point. What if you are, let's say you have a disability and you don't have the reflexes, and you want, and you really like the styling of Cuphead, and you want to see what the bosses look like and all this other kind of stuff, right? You watch a playthrough, exactly. See, you already just beat me to the point. You can watch a playthrough. That's one thing you can do. And then, well, the other point too is, the Journo is trying to make the point, but we're not laughing at the disabled person. Okay, we're laughing at you. Yeah. We're not. It's not and we're not even laughing about your lack of skills. The part that's upsetting is your disdain of skill. That's
also, I find it rather, just disgusting that they love to use, and I'm generalizing it by saying they, because this includes more than the game journalists, love to use people with disabilities as a shield for their defense of their fucking, the point that they're trying to make. Oh, well, you got to think about people with disabilities, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, and too, I've played with gamers that have disabilities, and they'll tell you, hey, I have a disability, but I'm trying to get better. Like, I want to get better at this game, and I'm not going to let my disability set me back. And sure enough, those people work their asses off, and they have to work, twice as hard as we do, or maybe even harder, and they're fucking badass.
That's the same thing with me. Anybody that I know that, well, in the past, because modern times it's a bit different. In current year, things are a bit different, but in the past, anybody I ever knew that had any type of disability or disadvantage would actually not want to be given preferential treatment based off of whatever their disability was. That would be insulting to them. They would always want to push past that and work harder to get, to be seen on equal ground.
They don't want the bar lowered. They don't want
Exactly.
they don't want it. They don't want you kowtowing to them. They want to earn it on their own, and they understand that they're at a disadvantage. And it's if anything, that motivates them even harder.
Oh yeah. So that's why it pisses me off that they use people with disabilities as a shield like that.
Right.
It's like, don't fucking speak for these people.
Right. Damn you, Percy. Anyway, we're just gonna call him Percy.
Percy with the man bun.
Percy's our game journo. But remember, he is a man bun stylist before he is a gamer.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's that whole disdain of, it's almost like I can almost imagine on a macrocosm, like them walking into a room. You've got I'm imagining like a Marvel versus Capcom tournament going on, which are awesome. I love Marvel versus Capcom. It's so dope. I wanted to play. Our LGS had one recently. They had a tournament, and I was like, I was just gonna show up as like the old man and get my ass whooped, but still have fun, right? I want to, because I really like the game. I haven't played it in a long time, but you can imagine like that room, like the energy in that room, and people cheering each other on and talking trash and having the rivalries, and then having Percy walk into the room and going, this whole environment's toxic. I don't really want to see this weird of like he just being upset that you have to compete, and you're like, Percy, you're being hired to review this game and give us coverage of the tournament. What do you want to do? And Percy cannot be bothered to get into the weeds with people or talk the technical details of the game or even the competition itself, right? He's above all this bullshit. He's going to turn around and he's going to look at that room with his humanities degree training and go, huh, not enough women in this room. There's not enough color in this room. This is a toxic male environment. And I don't want to, why do they have to have such hand-eye coordination? It's all very disgusting to me. And so he goes back to the coffee bean because he's done styling man buns, and he bangs out this article. You don't have to feel bad for being bad at video games. I'm like, that's like therapy for himself. You know what I mean? He's like writing to himself. He's not writing to video gamers, people that might have come to whatever blog he's writing on, hoping to see some coverage of the Marvel. Like, I imagine me opening this shit up like, oh, I want to see what happened at the Marvel vs. Capcom tournament. And, and I open up an article by Percy. This environment is just toxic. Like, what am I reading? What is this shit? What? I just wanted to know about the video game, and that's kind of where our gripe is. It's not this elitist. What am I looking for? The word I'm looking for. It's not this sort of elitist atmosphere that they want to ascribe to it. And that's the other thing that I think people that don't compete or almost disdain competition don't understand is that competition can be super, super healthy. I don't know what happened to the sound here. Oh, there we go. I come back in. But
all good.
This whole idea that when you compete, and anybody who's played competitive sports before and all that kind of stuff, there's a good and a bad side to high level competition, right? You have that like super intense gameplay. We see it on the miniature gaming side anytime there's like for Guild Ball is a very competitive game. And so you have people playing at the height of their the height of their own skills, and they want to make sure everything's done right, and it gets really intense. Sometimes arguments, every now and then you'll have an argument break out. Nelson will know this from like from like X-Wing. Anytime you kind of have a large followed game that has a competitive or an organized play community around, Magic the Gathering, any of those, like you'll run into this, and it kind of varies a little bit by community. But what I'm getting at is there's the bad side of competition, which everybody seems to always talk about. Like, oh, and even I say that. I'm like, oh, I'm not really a competitive gamer. Almost like it's almost like it's a bad thing to be a competitive gamer. I used to be a competitive gamer, and I was kind of a dick. Oh wait, I'm still a dick, but
I
I'm a
don't think it's
different
for
kind of
everyone.
dick. Right.
And
Yeah.
that's not there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing is for everyone,
But you know
So
what's kind of cool is the other side of competitive anything, where you're pushing your skills to the limit. And if you are surrounded with other people that are also doing the same, and everybody sort of understands, is the ultimate goal of competition and improvement is self-improvement, that everybody sort of has, this is the bar and I'm trying to get better in this way. And when you have a group of people, I don't know, it could be anything. It could be weightlifting, right? Or it could be weightlifting or taekwondo or anything like that. And they're just pushing themselves to the limit, to their own personal limit, how far they can go. And that can be a very healthy, very supportive environment.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's not just I really need to beat Nelson at X-Wing, so F that guy. I'm going to trip him under the table, and Percy's going to see that shit. And Percy's like, he's a real guy. We need to make a miniature for Percy, and he's got to just like pop in the screen and just say shit to us.
Oh, that would be an interesting sculpt. Giant man bun. The double
Man bun,
espresso latte,
floral
with
beard.
extra foam on top.
He's got a full bouquet in his beard. Like,
And
I'm
sparkles.
a little but it's what's going, at least as I see it, what's really going on is these are media people. They're humanities media people that are walking into an alien environment, and instead of trying to assimilate into that environment, they're basically applying their own sort of identity politics, hipster.
Well, there's also there's like groups of people out there that they walk into any situation and just tear it apart and find ways to make it bad.
Like essentially they're just going in there and they're just making it about themselves.
Yeah.
Right? They're going in there and going, well, I would never play Marvel versus Capcom, and Cammy's ass is showing, and that's deeply misogynist, and so they're going to look at it that way, and they're going to write these crap articles.
There's a lot of people too that are they're out to be like a hero or something. They're out to have a cause.
Yeah.
Everything has to be a cause. Everything they have to be defending the underdog for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes there's nothing there to defend people against.
Yeah.
There's not always a villain. There's not always a cause.
But yeah, and
chill out.
Hold on. I drink Starbucks every day, multiple times, and I see how these D-bags get upset at the stupidest minor things about their drink. I asked for 3 pumps of syrup, not 4. That's true. I mean, I don't pop into Starbucks very often. When I do, it's usually drive-through. I usually go through the drive-through to Starbucks.
I used to be addicted to their green tea lattes. Those are actually pretty
good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really sweet. I don't care for them anymore.
I used to like their non-coffee things.
Yeah.
I drank what it was called, it was like a vanilla something. I forget. It didn't have any coffee in it. It was basically just like 100% powdered sugar in liquid form. It was really it was like pure diabetes.
That sounds like Starbucks though.
And it was amazing, and I loved it. And I ordered one of those recently. I had one 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I used to drink these. And my wife took a sip of it, and she's like, yeah, that's why you used to be big. I'm like, yeah.
Dang.
I was like, yep, that's why. To drink crap like that, for sure. Now I drink Starbucks. I drink an iced chai latte. That's my thing. And it's like an airport drink, because I usually get it at airports. I hit the Starbucks at an airport. So every time I drink one, I always kind of feel like I'm in an airport, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
take you
give
back
these
to
a
the moment.
couple of minutes to dry here and bullshit while these are drying. But yeah, I don't know. It's stuff. So my joke is, if they want to review video games without having to play video games, then you can basically, and if that qualifies as quote unquote video game journalism, then you can be a journalist for anything.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to know what it is or like it. You just
Yeah.
have to apply the same sort of douchey filter
That's wrong.
to everything.
Absolutely
Like how
wrong.
do I suck the joy out of this, and how do I demand it cater to me, right?
How can they
So
accurately review something that is based on interacting with the software, the game, and
right.
they're reviewing it, they're being a journalist, whatever, about talking about it when they haven't actually interacted with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a gripe I've had for a long time, since probably about the PS2 coming out. Video games are more than graphics, and you started seeing it happen around that time where a lot of video games were coming out and they were just like basing everything on, ooh, look at these new graphics we're using here. Look how
Mm-hmm.
pretty things are. Look at this, look at that. And you lost out on a lot of the game mechanics, the story, and just whatnot, everything that makes a game good, the characters and all that, character development and things like that. And yeah, so the fact that they want to be journalists and only look at, oh, well, look at this is how it looks, and somebody else is playing, or they don't even want to see someone else play, they just want it played for them. That's fucking bullshit.
Right. But imagine, and then to take it a step further, they don't, even if they're watching the narrative go by of whatever game it is, they're not even really invested in the story either. They're critically analyzing it to see, oh, does it support modern day progressivism? Does it support progressive values? Does it promote any sort of um, does it challenge progressive values? Because if it does, then all of the ists words come out. Misogynist and Islamophobe or homophobe or Persiphobe. Like
All my
all of
favorite
those,
words.
yeah, those words come out because it's
Man-phobe.
just that's all they're doing. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna study the Witcher universe, but I'm not gonna. I don't really like the Witcher universe. I'm just looking for something to be offended by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the other side of it too. It's like
Just wants to
not
clutch
only
his
do they
man
not want to
pearls.
play the game, yeah, they want to clutch man. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, but not only do they not want to play the game, they want to, or not want to. Not only are they not interested in the fictional setting, they want to be offended by the fictional setting. And again, shitty. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. So the joke was like, I was joking with people online this whole week about stuff like that. I'm like, so in other words, if I wanted to write for Car and Driver, then I would write articles like, starting the engine doesn't mean, or you don't have to start the engine to enjoy a car, or you don't have to feel bad that you can't drive cars very fast, or you can't drive these sports cars very fast. Because they would complain, like, that car's too fast. I don't want to drive it. And like, you
I
have to
think what
review the car.
they would say is that they want somebody to haul them around on a flatbed while they sit in the car and honk the horn and go, wee.
Yeah, and they don't even like cars.
Yeah,
The whole idea
that's
of a
true too.
car. It's like, oh, this is just going to increase my carbon footprint, and and the whole idea of a sports car or a large or a raised truck is very toxically masculine, and the curves on this Ferrari are akin to the male gaze. So they write shit like that. They would write shit like, oh, I really like the Audi, but it's about time that we saw some people of color driving them around. Like that would be the article, and you would get nothing about
Sure,
the
people of
freaking
color
article.
drive Audi.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty
but
sure.
that's
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure there's not a car brand out there that
yeah.
doesn't have like everybody out there driving it.
Octane ratings are transphobic, and here's why. That's the kind of freaking articles you would get if if you just moved, you just take that same mindset and you put it into anything, and so you can be a journo for anything. If that's really the bar, you should be able to just
Oh
walk
yeah.
into any field, and all you got to do is count the number of males, count the number of white people, get upset about that, and there you go. You have an article. You know what I mean? You have
Oh
an
yeah.
article. The number of white male trash men is very offensive. That's just,
There is a way
or
for people to be offended by everything nowadays.
mhm. Imagine if if you were one of these people and you had to review cell phones, but you didn't want a carrier. Like, how the hell would you do that?
I don't actually want to use the cell
I don't actually
phone.
want to. I want to. I'm being paid to review these things, but I don't really like them.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna write for me. I'm just gonna write from my own experience
yeah.
as
I'm
a
gonna make up shit. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna twist things around.
as a perpetually offended
Yeah.
trust fund baby. I'm just gonna be super upset. I'm looking out for the little guys. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's a very easy target, but it's an easy target. But the problem is, like, as many people that complain about this stuff, it's not going to change anything at any of these outfits. I mean,
Yeah.
that Percy's still going to be writing next month. He's going to have a whole other article about
Oh yeah.
not wanting to have to plug in his game console to review it, because plugging things in is very cis-normative. So why should a plug have to go into an outlet? That's very
It's male and female, and that
yeah, it's
is
male female.
actually
We can't have that.
yeah.
Man, see, that's how easy it is. We should just go out be journos right now. We could be, although I don't think they get paid shit, but
Yeah, I
hey,
don't think so.
that's a living. You do it on the side. It's very easy. Just find some shit that you know nothing about. Write something, write about how offended you are about it and how poorly you understand it, and there you go. You're a journalist.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, right? It just, oh yeah, here's how this offended me by some
But
guy.
who's worse, the journalist writing or the publication that's actually putting this garbage out there?
Oh yeah, fair point, right? Because they want, and it doesn't make sense either. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think these publications are necessarily doing any good these days. Like, how the hell do they even stay in business? I see some, like, on my Facebook feed, there's like one or two people that'll post a Polygon article or a Kotaku article or something, and I'm like, word, do you read that shit? I just ignore it. Like, what the hell? You actually read that? Okay. I mean, sure, occasionally they do have like an article that is worth reading. But I almost feel bad because, to your point, like, I don't want to click over there. Like, oh, man, I
Yeah.
really do want to read that, but I don't want to support this idea, or I don't want to support this outfit that is putting out this garbage and
And that's
offending fan
yeah, a lot of
bases.
people have to realize is, sure, you want to read it, you want to like find out the dirt and stuff that everybody's talking about, whatever, but by clicking on that, you're encouraging them to continue doing the same thing that they're doing, putting out these garbage articles.
You're growing the debaggery.
Yeah. So you actually have to like just tune out. Don't.
Albert likes Kotaku. It's okay, man. You could like Kotaku. I'm just talking trash. It's okay.
I have no opinion on Kotaku. Some of their stuff is okay, and other stuff I've seen over there that It just depends on who's writing it, I guess, or what mood they're in or something. I don't know.
I think the name Kotaku kind of pisses me off a little bit because it's based on otaku, right?
Yeah.
And otaku is basically it's usually associated with sort of anime, manga,
Yeah.
that sort of maybe hikikomori type person, but they go after that. Like they go after Kotaku used to be about that, but nowadays it's like how we're offended by this anime, or that's like
That's unfortunate.
okay, yeah.
It's been a while
And
since I've been on their site or that, but to be honest.
Andrew popped on to say, Octave, how do I miss a 5 dice goal? That was the worst thing. What's up, Andrew? He sent me a message tonight with a picture of his dice. It was super sad. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was so sad. I gotta share it. I gotta share it with the rest of the internet. I will never, you know what, Andrew? I will never cry over missing a 4 die goal ever again after that. So, hold on, here it is. Okay, so here's the photo. These are farmer dice, so I'm assuming he's playing farmers. And I guess this was a goal outside of 4 inches. So he's probably kicking on like a 6-inch goal or something. 22113. Holy crap. Like, what are the odds of missing a 5 die goal, right? 25%, or sorry, 25% at 2 dice of failing, because you need a 4+, right?
Wow.
So 25, and then it goes down to 12.5. Wait, I got to count this on my fingers because I'm not that aware right now. So 25, 12.5, 6.75, right? And then 3 point something, something, something. So it's about, so the odds of him missing that goal are somewhere in the area of 2%. 2%! And he missed it. Oh, man. And I bet you that cost you the game too, didn't it? Hey, what's up, Blade Wolf? I bet that cost you the game. Man. Yeah. Because I almost cried real tears the other, when we streamed that one game with the really, really horrible audio where I missed a 4 die goal. and I was like, I don't, because it was kind of a glitchy game in addition to the shit audio. And we were trying to figure it out at the very end. And I was like, man, I don't deserve to make this goal. And I rolled the dice, and sure enough, I missed the goal.
Wow. That sucks.
That was karma being karma.
Yeah.
But I don't think my tears have a leg to stand on if you miss a 5 die goal. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's rough.
Go home.
I guess I'm that lucky. Dude, there is a major deity trying to prevent you from winning the game if you miss that goal. Either that or it's time to go buy your lottery ticket.
No, it's time to hide indoors. He's about to get hit by lightning run over by like an 18-wheeler. While choking on a piece of shrimp, and he discovers he's newly allergic to seafood or shell food.
I wasn't drunk enough.
That is
it was Friday, so you were playing Brewers. Well, maybe that's why, because you're rolling farmer's dice, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think every time I've played in a tournament, my fish have missed a goal. That's rough. I missed last week. I missed a pass in each of the 2 games I played, but luckily I was able to come back and recover. But that, like, even missing a pass sucks. You cross the streams. All right, let's do a little priming here. Where's my other airbrush? We'll clean this up real quick. Can you imagine a game journal trying to review Guild Ball? The toxic competition of Guild Ball. You shouldn't feel bad for missing goals in Guild Ball. That would be the article.
They wouldn't want to learn the rules. They'd just be like...
They would be
I don't
upset.
even know.
that there's too many players that are able-bodied. Because there's a few players in Go Ball that are missing limbs, so they don't.
Okay.
They couldn't stand on the
Nobody with
on
disabilities
the
thing.
transabled. Yeah, the
Yeah.
transabled attitude. They couldn't stand on that. There's a fairly diverse cast of characters. There's a lot of female characters and male characters, but I also think that Steamforged is a little more conscientious about that kind of stuff. So, but even then, people still complain about specific characters. So, even though most of the female characters are strong, fairly independent, they're not hypersexualized. If you have one character that's sexualized, then they get super mad.
Oh yeah, that's all they need.
Let's see, Asian characters. Is there? I think that Angel on the fisherman, she looks very Asian. I think she's an Asian character. I guess we can get super
You
mad.
get bears too, apparently. I learned that.
Yeah, you can play a bear. If you're going to be offended on behalf of Asian people, you can be upset that there's a character named Calculus and she's not Asian.
For shame. That's just wrong. That's appropriating Asian culture right there.
That's more racist for me to assume that Calculus needs to be Asian than complaining about it.
Yeah.
Philip is Asian. Is Philip Asian? I guess she could pass. She's passable. That's our next hashtag, passable Asians.
I can't really chime in on this. I'm white,
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We're not. No, zero Asians will be offended by it.
All right. If you
Percy,
say
on
so.
the other hand, he's going to be pissed.
Oh.
Percy's going to be mad. He's going to be sitting at that computer screen.
Oh, Man Bun Percy. I was like, who the fuck is Percy? I spaced up for a second there.
YouTuber Disney Angel Demon rips into Asian people.
We must take her down.
Let's take her down. He never watched a single YouTube painting video in his life. And he's like, you can tell her following is basically toxic.
I'm racist because of the colors I paint my minis and stuff. Or the lack thereof.
I mean, the lack of understanding they have in their reviews. It's almost like handing, handing your paints over to your dad or something and saying, "Hey, write a review for these paints." And and he's not even allowed to open the bottle. So he'll be like, "This one's called Vallejo Model Color. So I assume it's from San Jose, California."
Yep.
And these work great on my model airplanes. And we do a lot of RC plane stuff, and it's going to be great for that. And
those planes that had we gone to the store and purchased, we would have, and they would, be ours. But in theory, they still are.
Chocolate brown tan skin. Philip has the rage of an Asian mom. What the hell? Oh. You know what? She is. If you read the fluff on Philip, she is kind of like that. She is kind of like the pushy Asian mom. I can see that now, right? Because she's like the really. She's a fairly directive field leader there. She likes to lead from the front, and she tells people what to do. I guess so. You just have to do it in an accent. A thick Asian accent. You over there. You kick that ball. Yeah. Andrew's much better. Biscuit, like cutting people. You leave. We're gonna have Andrew on to do the Philip impersonation. Do you have butchers yet, Andrew? Because now we got to do that on stream. You got to play Fillet and do the voice the whole game. You leave. You not cut people.
If they ever find your stream, you guys are in so much trouble.
If this channel ever got popular, it would immediately get thrown off the internet. Wall Street Journal would be all pissed about it. They'd run.
They'd pretend to interview like being a fan, and then they'd just slander you left and right.
Yeah.
Splice everything you said to make it sound like something else you said, and they'd get you to talk in accent, and then they'd use that as collateral or whatever.
He said Hitler twice in the same stream. That neo-fascist. They would say, why? Because we make fun of ourselves. Yeah, that's not allowed. You're not even allowed to make fun of yourself.
No, if you make fun of yourself, you just have internalized like racism or something. You're like internally white and racist. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Because like the worst deplorable people on the planet nowadays are white males. So if you mess up, that's what you are.
Man, what? I'm just trying to clean. I gotta clean this airbrush thingy. I sent a voice clip. Oh, okay. Here. It's gonna be hard to hear because on my headset, but let's see. Hold on. Let me clean the cap here on my airbrush before we play it. Ooh, this cap is really messed up. Hold on. Let's just skip that for now. I'm gonna, I'll put this up to the microphone so maybe we can hear it.
You know, like the cut people, you go leave now.
Dang.
That's funny.
That has to be the name of your stream.
You know, like cut people, you leave now.
People would tune in just to be like, what the fuck is this about? And then tag it with a bunch of weird shit. So it shows up in like the weirdest, like the sidebar for the weirdest suggestions. Like someone's watching just random stuff about knitting or something, and that'll show up.
You gotta bring your channel back, Andrew, so that, because Adam from Greenleaf Terrain, he's like your biggest fan. He's like, bring back the guy that does the Asian voices. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see if I can actually do some painting. I know it's been a while since I did. Like, what do we do on this stupid show now? Do we still paint or we just talk trash now? Oh, man.
I was too lazy to turn on my camera tonight. I wasn't going to paint, but then I decided to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, like, at least you have cool things to show. I'm still showing, like, hey, look, I put Pumice on this guy.
I'm slowly doing something. Very slowly. Oh, check him out. I don't know if you noticed. I pretty much have him done now.
Oh, nice.
And those are what I did with his eyes.
I like the eyes like that, but the eyes are like etched in there, aren't they? Like
yeah, I had to put a lot of coats of paint to get rid of that little groove or whatever where the pupil is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually don't like that they did that. I wish they didn't.
Huh.
I don't know. I guess they were mapping it out for people, but I prefer just to be able to put the people or have them looking in whatever direction I want, you know?
Right.
Because without covering that up.
I personally don't like that when they put it in either.
Yeah. Because if you don't cover it up, it looks really, really weird.
I remember during the Kickstarter, they actually took a vote.
Oh,
like,
did they?
Do you want them etched in or not? And more people voted yes. And I was like, oh,
that's
I don't like
unfortunate.
them in. Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's all
get
good.
why they did it, because it, that way there people don't have to worry about lining things up. And they don't even have to
Right.
worry about dotting them. They can just use a wash and it'll show up,
A lot of people are intimidated by painting chibi eyes, like anime eyes.
Oh, they're so easy. At least I think so. Anyway.
They're really easy, and if you get used to it, like all your chibi shit immediately looks cool.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
The eyes really finish things off. I'm not even doing anime eyes on any of these guys, though.
Oh. Sounds like Blade Wolf is working on the zombies too. Are you working on SDE
cool.
zombies, or are you working on Zombicide zombies? I realize that in some weird way, what we're both painting is sort of related.
Oh, yeah. We're painting zombies.
I don't know how I feel about this modern Sarah sculpt. I don't think it's as cool as the original. I like the original, the more goth
Okay.
sculpt. I'm trying to get that stupid.
I feel like the ones for Black Plague are more detailed.
I think they are too. They may even be slightly larger scale.
Well, the two games aren't compatible. I know that. Like
Right.
Black Plague and Green Horde are, because they're set in the same time, and the minis like go together and stuff. But Zombicide is its own thing, and then Zombicide Black Plague is like its other. It's like a side game. I don't know.
I think Black Plague is it's got to be a super fun game because of the medieval weaponry and the abilities being different. I thought that was really smart that they did that because they did 3 seasons of this game, and I was like, oh, they're just gonna put this out every year like Madden, and it's basically the same game, but they just keep reskinning it. I thought they were gonna do that with SDE also. I'm like, are they just gonna reskin it?
I'm glad they haven't. Yeah. Can't wait to see what they're going to come out with next with that. They're pretty much due for something there.
Let's see. It's easier than real eyes. Sounds like you need to do another eye tutorial on paint day. I can. I mean, if you guys bring, I have chibi miniatures if you want to paint chibi stuff.
Chibi is super fun.
Chibi is super fun.
Yeah. I find it's a lot easier. You've got more room to do stuff.
And and a lot of times you're using brighter colors of chibi, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
Right now, I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get those Takawashi chibi, the crossover ones.
Oh, okay.
Those.
They're available. They're
I know.
still on. They're still on their website on Ninja Divisions.
I just don't have any cache right now, so.
Oh, okay. I don't think they're leaving anytime soon. Because they've got them individually, and then they've got a 3-pack on as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I thought the girl you were playing with the hammer was one of them. Because I was looking at them the other day, and I was like, wasn't that?
No, she's from the SDE Arena box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did mention that, actually. Because there's a girl with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 3 from Takawashi, and I thought it might have been her. She has similar hairstyle and stuff, too.
Yeah, she does look like she could pass for one of those.
Yeah. I like the one with the cupcake. I need to have the one with the cupcake at some point. I'll probably get the triple pack because they're really cute.
Yeah,
Oddly enough,
do
they
that.
Make a candy. Or was it like a Kickstarter thing or something? They might have had a
What's
candy
that?
version. A chibi candy Takawashi.
Oh, I guess they didn't.
Yeah, I didn't notice one.
They have so many candies in SDE.
Yeah, they do. It's crazy. You could play an entire game with candy on both sides, probably.
Yes, you can. We've done that before. Like we've played whole parties of just candy.
Really?
It's kind of tough because they're almost all fighter types.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Potion Master Candy, but even she relies on strength for her basic attack.
There's the Time Mage one too, isn't there?
The what?
Isn't there a Time Mage or something?
I don't.
Or is that Cola? That's a little Time Mage.
Yeah, there is a cola that's got the clock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be who I'm thinking of.
Make 1980 zombies radioactive. Yes. Octave, can we do a Guild Ball Halloween event?
That would be cool.
I probably couldn't do it because Halloween is like an actual like sacred holiday around my house. So
You gotta do stuff with the kids and that.
yeah, I got to do family stuff
Yeah.
for Halloween as much as
But-
I'd want to.
You can have it on a day other than Halloween.
True, but like that whole weekend essentially is going to be
Yeah.
family stuff. So I can look at the calendar. Maybe it would be kind of cool, like a Tuesday night thing, to do like a Halloween style.
Pencil them in somewhere.
Yeah. I'd rather do a Batman Halloween event. I think that's a little more suitable for Halloween. So we'll see.
Has anybody ordered anything from Reaper for their Halloween thing? I know they're having that treat bag thing or whatever going on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, if you spend so much, you get a treat bag. You can get free paint, a mini. You have a chance of getting a mini, and you get like a bunch of candy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. I remember getting them in the past, and I've got a couple minis off of them. They're like just real, legit minis.
Oh, nice.
They were the metal ones. I don't know if they're still doing the metal or if they're doing their bones ones, since they have a lot of bones ones.
Mm-hmm. So what's cool about our LGS here is they do a mini of the month. Well, hold on. Let's see. Wait a week and it's Extra Life Guild Ball. That's true. The week after Halloween is the Extra Life event. So.
Oh wow.
And we're doing Guild Ball, Batman, and whatever the hell else we want to play essentially that day. But yeah, what I was saying is they have a mini of the month thing. It's actually more like a mini of the quarter.
Okay.
And they sell the mini at like 25% off. And what you're supposed to do is you buy the mini, you paint it up, and then you bring it back to the shop like a month later, and they take a picture of it. And when you bring it back, they give you another mini for free. So
nice.
and it's usually like a limited edition range Reaper mini.
Nice.
So
yeah,
it's pretty
totally
damn
take
cool.
part in that. That is really cool.
Yeah, if you didn't have astronomical posting, like we could do it. Like I could send you that mini and then ship you the reward. Then you'd have to ship the mini down to here, and then you would take a picture of it.
See, sometimes it gets through without getting any like additional taxes and duty and stuff, and then it can be passable sometimes. Like shipping isn't super bad, but when you get hit up with those extra fees, that's when it gets real bad.
But yeah, the one I'm set to paint the latest one, which is called Salty Dog. Which is an interesting. It's like it looks like some sort of undead. Like it looks like an undead sea wolf.
Oh, nice.
Like covered in kelp and stuff. So it's really kind of
cool.
interesting miniature. I didn't think much of it at first. When I was like, that's the mini of the month, I was a little bummed. But it looks cool. I'll give it a shot.
No, it definitely sounds really cool. I'd like to paint something like that. So are they? That one's not exclusive, but the next one, if you paint it up.
Yeah, if you paint that one, turn it in, then you get like an exclusive.
Oh, that's super cool. That's fun.
The last two that we got this really cool wizard, and then the most recent one was like an assassin type mini.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. It's too bad they don't allow like any way for people to do that without having to actually physically be there,
Right, like send a picture of your mini,
and
that would be cool.
I get that it's for getting people involved in the community and stuff like that want to bring people in.
Yeah, that would be cool for like their online advertising to show like examples of that kind of stuff. And the other thing that I like about it is it's not a painting competition.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you're not trying to be the best, better than the other painters. You're just trying to paint that to the best of your abilities.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like the last mini that we were supposed to paint was the wizard from Stranger Things.
Okay.
That wizard, that like really old school.
Yeah, I've seen that. That
miniature.
was wasn't that their? I saw that somewhere. They were talking about it somewhere. I don't know if it was their
Yeah.
mini of the month for like if you buy stuff, you can get that mini, or I don't know.
So that was the mini of the month. It's, if you remember Stranger Things, it's really not the best sculpt you've ever seen.
Those old
It's
sculpts aren't.
Yeah, it's fairly underwhelming.
Yeah.
But I had it here somewhere. What did I do with it?
I'm positive it's the one that I'm thinking of.
I threw it.
I think they have something going on because it's their 25th year over at Reaper, and every month they have like a limited edition mini that comes out. And I think that was one of them. But I can't remember how you get it. If you have to I think you purchase it. I don't think you have to buy anything else. I think you can just purchase it, but it's like only available that month.
Oh, I have no idea what I did with it. I stuck it somewhere. But mine was like a mini diorama because it wasn't, because the mini itself just wasn't very interesting. So I like threw together a little diorama.
Very cool.
Which was like basically him like standing at a portal, like looking at like a Sleeping Beauty type miniature.
Oh, I've seen that mini from Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's a really nice
so I
one.
combined those two with the little portal and all that kind of stuff, and it came off as super creepy, which was awesome. Like this old man like just staring.
Staring at the sleeping girl.
Just staring at the sleeping girl. So here's the salty dog. So you can see like he has like exposed skeleton there. He's he's like on this piece of
he looks like those what are they called? Like those giant dogs that they used to have they probably still do in England. They were like their hunting dogs back in like the 1600s. They were giant, like wolf-looking dogs almost. They were like dark gray and shaggy, and they didn't have a wolf face, but
yeah,
I don't remember what they were called.
Man, that's just to drive me crazy because that miniature is always out because I don't have a specific place for it. So I always used to just keep it like where my photography stuff is.
Okay.
So where is it? Where is it? I think I threw it down into a thing. Could be down here. There it is. Found it. It was down there with the SDE stuff. So I'm waiting for a coat of primer to dry. But here, I'll show it to you. So it's just this mini.
Yeah.
And he's okay. He's just not that interesting. And so I painted this Sleeping Beauty here. And so it's kind of, I was making a reference to Stranger Things, right? Because this is, on this side of it, they're outside, they're in that like bog.
Yeah.
So you've got like plants and stuff, and then there's a little bit of growth and mud and soil and stuff on this side. And then on this side, this is the inside of it. So this is like a dungeon. So it's like cobblestone on this side, and then you've got like mud here, almost like, kind of the Stranger Things reference, like the gateway into the other side. But
nice.
But yeah, it was like it was hilarious because
it's not a mastiff. They look more like a demon dog. They're like dark gray and really tall, and they have like long legs and stuff. They got kind of shaggy, matted fur. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh yeah,
I was answering comments.
That was done. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good though. Really well done.
Yeah, I turned that in, and people were like, "Oh, that's really cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it was the mini itself was kind of boring, so just do a little bit extra." And I had those pieces, and I wanted to use them in like a diorama.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I saw the Sleeping Beauty piece earlier this year, and not too long ago, and I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting."
I don't want to. I need more. Here's the reason why I only accept a certain amount of minis at a time is I don't have enough stands to put these ones on. So I'll
I
just
had
try
that
to.
issue too. That's why I
I'll just
ended up finding these paint pots.
replace him with David Bowie. You did a good job. Thanks, Sean. All right.
Creepy David Bowie miniatures.
Creepy David Bowie mini.
Yeah.
My gray primer is starting to go bad on me. I hate that.
Hmm.
That's why like they sell this primer in larger bottles, but I never buy the larger bottle because the primer will, for whatever reason, you'll never get to use it all. By the time you get towards the bottom third of the bottle,
Yeah.
it starts it's like the pigment starts coagulating or whatever, and it just it just ends up getting thicker. I'm gonna use the gray, but I'm gonna thin it
Yeah.
so that I can.
I've been thinning my style res slightly because it's like 3 years old, and it's been working so well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, they don't say to thin it, but it works, and it
Yeah.
seems to apply and hold and stuff. It's not
right. There's like no hard rule to not thin primer, so it makes sense. Yeah.
I was a bit worried at first. I was like, is it still gonna like stick and actually work as a primer or whatever if I thin it down? But I didn't thin it much, because Stynylrez res is pretty thin, but that one was getting a little thick. So
yeah, I've always wanted to try Stenora's. I heard it's a really good product.
well, I find all the bottled primers tend to be a bit thinner, right? So I like how it just self-levels, and if you touch it, as long as it's still wet, it'll generally smooth that spot out.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool, yeah.
So this is spraying out just fine with a little bit of thinning.
Cool. Yeah, I told you I was having issues with my Vallejo, and I don't know if it's my Vallejo primer, and I don't know if it's because I got it from eBay.
Oh. Yeah, you might have gotten like an older batch or something.
Yeah, who knows what you're getting when it's through eBay, right? So.
All right. Good night, Andrew. He's heading out.
Night.
So, good night. Thanks for hopping on. Me and Andrew will play a game Thursday. We'll probably stream it.
Cool.
I need to get him playing Wrath of Kings.
That would be fun, yeah.
What were you saying?
I want to get into playing some games online more, like actually hosting it on my end a bit too.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to get like some full sets painted though. You don't want to be playing without minis that are painted.
Yeah, it seems kind of odd, especially for our channels. Like we do a lot of hobby. It would seem kind of odd that like, oh yeah, we did all these painting videos during the week, and they're like, oh, let's play a game. Now here's my unpainted stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell?
So once I get some stuff painted, I'll start
specifically my channel. Because of the name. Like my channel would get booed hard.
For sure.
Damn hypocrite. It was funny, like one time, this was a few years ago, my friend Jake wanted to play a game of War Machine, and I had just bought minis, and he's like, and I built them up, and I think I'd primed them. I was getting ready to paint them. And he's like, no, I just want to play a game. I just want to play a game. I'm like, you know me, I don't play with unpainted minis. He's like, come on, man, let's just play one game. So I put the minis down in front of me, and he took a picture of it, and he's like, look. And he posted it.
That's terrible.
It's like, I got him. Super funny.
He shamed you online.
Yeah. It was actually super funny. Like a lot of people really liked that post. I got him in the act.
Yeah, it's all just a front. He's always playing with unpainted minis.
He's always playing with unpainted shit.
He's the worst.
Oh.
My problem is I jump around a lot. Like I'll paint something for a little bit, and then I'll jump around. Like, I'm really trying to get all this warband finished before I move on to something else.
Do you just like lose interest or something, or like is there a
I just
specific
have
reason?
so much to paint, and I don't know. I don't really know why I do it. I think I'm jumping around a lot too to try and make like. I feel if I stick on something too long, people will get bored on my channel.
Oh,
Possibly.
yeah. I don't know, though. I think it's actually kind of like your format of going a lot slower is a
Yeah.
lot more entertaining because, you know, people have more time to kind of get caught up. Whereas, like, on this channel, like, whatever the title is, like, good luck if you see a part 2. You got to just, you better watch or I'm moving on. Like, there's going to be another thing next week. You don't know.
I struggled with diluting this red violet, and the trick I found to getting it so it doesn't look pink is to actually dilute it with, which I love diluting. I have to get some more of this. I love not diluting, but just lightening up colors with skeleton bone. So you're using like cream.
Oh, nice.
Instead
So it's
of
not
white.
quite as it's not quite as desaturating as white is. Leaves a little bit of warmth
and
in there.
because like there's a bit of yellow in this, it's actually preventing it from going to like bright pastel. It's kind of toning it down a bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if it was too yellow, you'd end up getting a bit brownish with it, but I think it works really well for what I've been doing with it. Yeah, because every other time it was getting either too like lilac or it was getting too pinkish. It was either drawing out like the wrong. It wasn't staying where it looked like it was a red violet. Whereas I think now it still looks like a red violet.
That's cool.
And it's not as bright and stuff, so works for the zombies. But again, because they're chibi, they're going to be a bit brighter.
Yeah. But I love those sculpts so much.
Oh yeah. I could totally do another set of these. They're really fun. They're great looking too, like those little walkers, as I'm calling them. They're so cute. They're creepy and cute at the same time, is what I keep saying.
I mean, they basically are a Zombicide reference. Like they're broken out the way Zombicide zombies are, and
that's why I keep calling them the same. I just keep calling them by what they would be called if they were in Zombicide.
All right. Looking pretty good. Let's go with the...
You're just blocking out your colors right now?
I'm finishing the zenithal, and then I'm going to start blocking out major colors.
That's right. You're in the process of priming. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Priming is racist because you start off with black, and you work your way up to white. And the white's always on the top of the model.
Yeah.
Man. See, we just wrote another article for Percy.
That's fucked up.
The real racism behind zenithal priming by Percy Manbun. Is that his last name?
Definitely.
Percy Manbun?
But that's not a made-up name. That's actually his real name.
He legally changed his name to Percy Manbun?
Possibly, or possibly that's his family name. Because he comes from a long line of douchebags.
That's funny.
He was known in ancient England as the Man-bunnery.
Man-bun is amazing.
I think that stuff has died out. I think.
The Man-bun?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was for a while. I don't know if it's come back.
I don't run in those circles to know if, the only people that I've ever seen with man buns were like actual like Samoan guys.
Okay.
At work, like some of the guys that work in the the manufacturing plant. They have like bigger Samoan guys back there, and those guys will tie their hair in a man bun when they're working. That's the only man bun that I've seen. Well, no, is that true? Not really. No, it's
There's
a lie.
a certain type of man bun that, because if a guy's just tying his hair back like that, like, to get it out of the way or whatever, but it's when a guy's doing it for fashion sense that it gets gross. I'm going to say it. It gets gross.
It's a man bun. What do you think about the jumper?
The hell's the jumper? No.
Those dudes that it's like the jumper's like a one piece, like little. It's like a little shirt, a short sleeve shirt, and a pair of shorts put together, and it's all one color. It's like you put toddlers in those.
Yeah.
Typically, in those little jumpers.
I was really hoping you didn't mean that.
No, that's the thing. Like that's. There are dudes right now rocking the jumper.
They're not straight, right? Because that's acceptable if they're not straight.
Really no, I think they are. I don't know. Oh, romper. Sorry, romper.
Yeah. I think depending on where you are, they're called different things, but.
I saw a guy in a romper, recently.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't understand. I don't know. I'm like way behind in the times. I don't know what's cool anymore.
I'm guessing it has to do with modern day hip culture, whatever, like kids nowadays, whatever you want to fucking say.
Those kids nowadays.
They tend to, they're very infantile. So I could see them enjoying to dress like that.
But like as a guy, that is the least convenient thing you could be wearing.
Yeah.
Right? Like how do you take a piss with that? Do you have to pull the whole freaking thing down just to take a piss?
Doesn't have like a fly or anything?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't understand. Like how do you take a piss in a romper? What do I know? I don't know. If it's comfy,
get out of here,
go for it. Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't even look comfy. Like I'm just like, if I'm being real here, like those things look like they hike up your balls. Like, what do you?
They probably do. That gives them that nice high pitched voice.
Gives them the right amount of tug.
Dang.
It's not button up, just no. That's the thing. It's a collared shirt, but it's like a polo style where you may have a couple of buttons up top, but it's not. It doesn't unbutton all the way down. But even so,
because some of them have snaps or buttons in the crotch area.
Yeah, I guess.
Some of the ones for girls are like that anyway. Because that's been a thing for girls for a long time. Those type of. Rompers.
You never see Spider-Man use the restroom.
I don't remember what comic book movie it was. I think it was one of the Avengers ones where that was a big issue for the first one. I think it might have been the Iron Man suit or something. They didn't. It was one of them anyway. They didn't build in a way for the guy to get to the bathroom, so it was a huge issue.
Like, I'm so old. I'm still staunchly against the idea of skinny jeans for dudes. I'm still against it. I will always be against that idea. I don't know. It just, I just like, it's just weird to me. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Girls aren't looking at your thighs. I don't understand. Like, what? It does. I don't know. It doesn't look comfortable. People tell me like, "Oh no, you're freaking old." They're comfortable. They're fine. I'm like, oh, it just looks weird. I don't know.
I think if they're made with a stretchy enough fabric, they're okay.
Yeah.
I used to really like skinny jeans that were like that. They kind of just fit like a glove.
Like, I don't know. That's how. So this is how sexist I am. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool. I guess it's cool for girls to wear skinny jeans because I like the look of it, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Like, dude, I'm so misogynist, but
they do seem feminine.
I saw a thing on my feed that was like, oh, pro tip, if you're a girl and you buy skinny jeans, go buy them in the men's, like go buy them in the men's section, because the men's skinny jeans has pockets.
Yeah, that
So
doesn't work for me. I have hips because I'm a woman. Yeah.
but no, I was like bothered by the entire idea. I'm like, well, why are there skinny jeans in the men's section anyway? Like,
That's
that was
with
like where
trigger
I was
jeans.
coming from. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm all for girls having pockets, because that also, like, yeah, don't you guys need pockets? And they're like, no, we have a purse or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but still, pockets are awesome. You guys should look into that.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I started carrying around a purse more recently, probably because of the whole pocket issue. But I never used to. I used to just have like a girly pink wallet that I used to carry in my pocket. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I don't have fucking pockets. They look like they have pockets, but when you go to reach in, it's all stitched up. It's fake. There's nothing else there. So
Are you talking about like jeggings?
no, these are jeans, like legit jeans. They're just girl jeans. They don't put pockets on them because they don't want girls to have pockets. I don't know, I guess because the extra bulk, because that little bit of thin cotton on their sides or front area is going to make like
Maybe
too
it
much
ruins
bulk.
the
I don't know.
aesthetic.
I don't get them.
Maybe. I've heard that too. Like, pockets kind of ruin the aesthetic. You want those nice lines on a woman's legs, and you don't want that being disrupted by pockets. I've heard
I
that.
guess if it's skin tight pants, it's gonna like show. But if it's not, even so, I don't know. I've never had issues with
Dave,
pockets.
I can't wear those because my calves are like hams. They work for skinny people. As for others like me, not as comfy.
Well, that is why they're called skinny jeans. They're,
They're for skinny people.
yeah.
Right?
But they make them now for fat people.
Yeah.
Which isn't a good look. Like,
It's not a good look.
if you're really overweight, you shouldn't be wearing skin tight clothing
Like super tight clothing.
out in public. It's just not.
You're shaming, though. You're fat shaming.
Well, I'm overweight right now. I can fat shame.
You're allowed.
Yeah. It's just not aesthetically pleasing, and have enough self-respect to not do that to yourself. Go to the fucking gym if you want to wear skinny clothes. Get in shape.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time like getting my little daily workout recently.
Oh my god, I've been
Like tonight,
terrible
I
at it.
just I was able to do it, but I had to like basically hit pause on everything. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it because I skipped the last couple of days because of the Nightmare Commission and all that shit. You know that whole saga.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting hard. Plus, my 1-year-old's starting to walk now, so now we're like having to follow him everywhere and find out what the hell he can get into now. He has all this new access to stuff.
Oh, I'm sure he's loving that.
Oh, he's loving it. But he's the big eater, so the whole house is kind of turned into like his personal snack bar now.
Uh-oh.
Like he'll just cruise around, he'll find something to eat, get into that, eat it, keep
I
moving.
used to chew on things. Like, I'd chew on corners of books and just do weird things. My aunt banned me from her library in her house because I was damaging her books. I don't know what it was. It's like, I will eat the knowledge.
Oppressiveness of pockets. If you got no ass, no thighs, no hips, you need definition. Get them skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a very androgynous culture right now, though, where girls don't like to have much shape and guys like to show off their lack of shape as well. Like, girls and guys tend to try to have the same shape.
I always thought it was like for guys, I always thought it was more about shoulders and, upper body. Like the whole idea of like, oh, let me show off my thighs.
Yeah.
Just doesn't, I don't know.
It shows off their ass when they have one, but if you don't, skinny jeans look
I guess
really bad.
I guess I hadn't thought of that. Huh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
sure.
Guys with a good ass is It's good on the eyes.
So if a guy has a good ass, then he should wear skinny jeans.
Well, as long as they're not too skinny, because then they might flatten out his ass. You know, they got a snug, nice snug fit. Accentuate what he's got. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's totally okay. You can objectify dudes. That's totally cool.
Apparently, you can if you
Yeah,
go to
you're all
BuzzFeed and all that stuff. They do it all
Right.
the time.
right. But even that, like, I agree with them. Like, yes, I think you can objectify all people. I'm like,
I don't think guys really
like
mind
both
having girls check them out. I think they like that. I
no,
think
yeah, most guys like that.
I think most people like that.
Package
People that
for
don't
all.
like it are the people that aren't having that happen to them. They're getting angry that other people have that.
Candygram for Mongo. Candygram for Mongo. The little Blazing Saddles reference there.
Ah,
Mongo here. All right, so let's start looking at some like primary colors on who I have up here.
you haven't started painting yet, have you?
No, we just finished priming.
Wow.
So let's see, Jane is like, she's mostly denim. Then we got Elsa, who's basically Black Widow.
Yeah, she totally is.
And then you got Dylan, again, mostly denim. Okay, that's good. There's a lot of Parker. Is Parker one of them? No, she's down there, so no. So not Parker. Amy's got a lot of black and purple. James is more like kind of like military brown. Benny is like SWAT outfit. I'm just gonna start arranging them in.
Who's painting the zombies? Did they say if they're painting Zombicide zombies or if they're painting chibies?
Oh, Blade Wolf's painting zombies, and I think he said that he was painting chibi zombies.
Oh, cool.
And then who else? Who else do I have up here?
If I ever actually get focused, I'm going to make some tutorials on these guys.
So
because I saved one of each.
dark color. He's like a brown color. Those characters are both denim. Phil is kind of like a brown taupe type color. And then who else do I have up here? Who's this guy? That's Seth. He's in the darker range of things. Okay.
I'm really digging painting with, like, instead of painting alone. It's much better painting with groups of people.
It's much better painting with groups of people.
It's cool to be able to do it online because I can't do it locally, so.
I'm still trying to find purple slacks for my Halloween costume. Ew. Are you going to be Joker? Because that's a purple slack costume.
He's going to be Joker's daughter. Otherwise, that's sexist. She's technically not his daughter. She's a crazy stalker who ran over Harley with a car and then started dressing like Joker. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I.
We would have to ask Mark, our resident expert Batman guy.
Cool.
But I'm not going to doubt you. I'm going to assume that you're right. Because I definitely don't know any better.
I know some Batman shit. I like Harley. It's so cliched now that I kind of don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that before, like how if things become too mainstream, I kind of get. You're the same way, like you kind of get turned off by that.
Yeah, like too many people are into this character.
Yeah,
I don't like him anymore.
Everybody loves Harley now, so it's kind of just like, eh.
I will be honest with you and say I like people who cosplay as Harley. I don't necessarily like the Harley character. I'm like,
Which
that's
Harley,
good.
like, which cosplay do you prefer of her? Like, she's got so many costumes.
I would say the technically best one I've ever seen was an Arkham Knight Harley.
Uh-huh.
And I do like that one. I also like, when they can do, if somebody can pull off the Margot Robbie one, I like that one too. The classic one is also fun.
Of the girls I've seen do the Margot Robbie one, or Robbie, I forget how to pronounce it. They're usually really ugly girls. Like, they've got good bodies and they're pulling it off that way, but you don't want to look at the face.
Well, that's kind of the thing about Harley is you cover the whole face in enough makeup, right? And if you have a decent figure, you can pull it off, right?
Yeah, sorta. I think she's really pretty, so I think Harley's always been all over her.
What I mean is like cosplaying as well.
Yeah, I know, but
it's one of those, like, you throw enough makeup on it and you're good.
it depends on the version, because some versions don't have as much makeup, right?
So I guess my single favorite version actually would be Arkham Knight Harley. I do like that. I just think it's a cool costume top to bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
I like different ones. I'm really drawn to the classic one, but I like the Bruce Timm art, or is it Tim Bruce? I'm like dyslexic with his name. I always get confused with it.
Are you gonna get the resin siren set when they come out? And it comes with the. I think that comes with a classic Harley.
You'll have to let me know when it's coming out or whatever. I probably will try to get it. I really wanted to get the classic Harley years ago, and it's just expensive because they were only in the UK or overseas anyway. I forget where it was. Where are they situated? Is it UK?
Night Models is in Spain, I believe.
Spain? Okay. I thought they were in British pounds, when they were selling stuff.
They might be.
Could have been euros.
Oh yeah, I think euros.
Yeah, it could have been euros, but that's what stopped me from getting it. It's just the difference. In Canada's dollar can't really go up against that.
Now this might sound totally ignorant, but I wonder if they're affected by the Catalan independence stuff that's going on.
I don't know. Spain. I really don't.
I wonder if they're affected by that. Probably not, but I don't know.
I haven't been following the news very much this past few weeks. I keep messing with his jacket thing, and I think I messed it up. Yeah, so I don't really know anything. I know what's going on, but I don't know the details, because I haven't followed recent news with it, so. I usually get my news from YouTube, from various sources.
Yes.
Last I heard, they were trying to vote, and they were shutting down the voting stations and locking people out of areas, and cops were being all super crooked about that.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I'm dressing as Joker, but Prince is Joker. Cool.
Ooh.
Awesome. That's
cool.
A cool cosplay. I kind of have a stupid costume this year.
Harley.
My Halloween costume this year is kind of dumb, but I'm proud of it because it's super comfy.
We have to know what it is.
My most comfortable costume ever. I'm a guy. Well, my son picked our theme for this year.
Okay.
And he wanted us all to be sharks.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got a costume where you're basically piggyback riding a shark. It's got the fake legs off to the side and the foam shark, and it's the most comfortable costume ever because it's just a pair of sweatpants essentially.
Cool.
So it's not very good. Cool. Not a great costume, but comfy. Last year we were like Peter Pan. So I was Captain Hook. No, sorry, that was the year before. Last year he wanted us all to be skeletons. So I was workplace Skeletor.
That's pretty cool.
So I had a, do you know the movie Office Space?
Yes.
So I have an Initech like bowling shirt.
Oh, cool.
And so I wore an Initech bowling shirt and I wore a Skeletor costume underneath it. So Skeletor working at Initech, essentially.
That's pretty cool.
And I guess next year we're either going to be Avengers or we're going to be Avengers or we're going to be Addams Family. Because I've wanted to be Gomez Addams for a long time. I just think that Gomez Addams is such a cool character.
Now, would you do it like the classic black and white, so you'd kind of make yourselves look like you're in black and white? Because that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know yet. We might.
Yeah.
I really like the Raul Julia Gomez as opposed to the
Okay.
the TV series Gomez, but you
Yeah.
could still do that, and you could still be like black and white.
Yeah. It'd be harder to do the black and white, but it'd be really cool.
I'm just color blocking in all the major colors here. I don't know if this guy's supposed to be like Kyle Reese or something.
I'm not sure.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight.
Okay.
It is 3 a.m. here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is getting late.
I've been messing with his shirt, and I just made it worse. I was like,
okay,
kind of covering up. The front looks okay. I'm okay with the front. The back looks a bit weird. I don't know. I think I'll get rid of some of the folds and just make it a bit more flat.
it looks pretty neat. I like the purple.
It's a lot brighter everywhere because he doesn't have, like, this guy's got different dark areas and that, so. But
Man, those are so cool.
he's going to have a large eye and a small eye.
Oh, that's funny.
Going to make him look a bit more goofy.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I like that.
So when you're playing with these guys follow the big guy?
If I recall,
I'm assuming
yes, I think so. Yeah, and the runners are both elites.
Yeah.
And they form up a gang unto themselves.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they kind of go together.
Kind of
right?
like the Frog Knights. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that now.
Well,
Yeah,
cool.
so I have one of each of these that I'm going to do the tutorial on, and then like the 4 uniques.
Cool.
Do you get the rabbit with the set, or was that a Kickstarter exclusive? I couldn't remember.
I don't remember. I think you do.
Okay. I couldn't recall.
Okay.
I still haven't finished the Von Drack Manor set, which was, I started that like 3 years ago. And I did some of it, and then I like got distracted and started doing other things. And I don't even know what those are for that.
Yeah, I gotta find mine. I have the heroes out still, but I don't remember what I did with the actual set.
I hauled one of the witches out the other day to paint up, but then I grabbed these instead. I hauled them for it. She's primed from ages ago too. I have tons of chibis sitting around me, like to paint up. I have the Pennsylvanians, and I have this here that I want to get painted, which is the Libra. I don't know. She looks like a statue to me.
She does look like a statue.
Yeah, Reaper has all the different zodiac signs. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know if they have the Chinese zodiac. That would be cool.
Well, you could just do it anyway. Yeah, for Chinese zodiac, you could just literally just get the animals.
Yeah,
just paint the animals.
I actually have one. I got an angel cat for my kitty that passed away. I haven't painted it yet, but I got it like 3 years ago. And then I have a little bobcat for Loki Bear because he's a no-tailed kitty. So,
Yeah.
and then I have to get just a regular cat for Dante, like a regular fat kitty. And then like you paint them up and have my cats as little avatars or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
I picked up a really cool Reaper Mini the other day. Super cool. Can't wait to paint. I'll paint it live. It's super fun. Can't wait.
You're not going to tell us what it is? You're going to make us
No,
wait?
I'm gonna make you wait. It's so cool though.
That's brutal.
Super pumped. Let me finish this stuff, and once these are done, then I'll do something for me, and that's when I'll break out the awesome. Wait, Phil has dark hair, right? Oh.
Oh, and I was having issues with the red ink from the Army Painter. It was like, this is where I used it here. It looks just dark. It doesn't actually look red.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I did it all in there, and when it dried down, it just looked dark. So I went in with, to get that red, I actually went over, it's shiny right now, but whenever I put like dull coat on it or whatever, it won't be. To do all the little bit of blood that I did and then like the red around his eyes, I used this ink. And that stuff stayed really red.
Cool. Yeah, that does look pretty intense.
Yeah, there's different shades that come like of red, but this one here I thought was very nice and vibrant, and it looked really good for the eyes.
Nice.
So it's a little bit easier to like, it's more pigmented, right, than paint. Well, not more pigmented, it's more pigmented than watered down paint would be, and I wanted it kind of watered down so it would like work like a wash.
Okay.
And it didn't look chalky or whatever, like paint can kind of get granularly or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
You water it down a bit too much, and that's why I don't like making a wash with the paint. You can usually get away with making a glaze, but I find a wash not so easily.
Yeah, I also do not make washes with paint.
Yeah. It just tends to apply weird, and you get the weird water lines, and it doesn't go well. But this here,
there's tends to be like thickener in paint, and you don't really want that.
Exactly. So the ink worked really well. I'm liking these. I've been playing with them a lot and using them for different things, and I'm liking them.
Very cool.
Fun. Yeah. So it's just a little tip if you want some bloody effects. Get some red ink. It's light, fast, and everything, so it's going to last. And yeah, it's just an India ink. Light, fast, and waterproof.
Sweet. Yeah, for when you do the zombies, you need a lot of blood. Because you're doing them in big batches. Because, in all honesty, the blood actually just helps you paint shitty. Right? Like you can cover up all whatever mistakes you've made or whatever just with
they look so cool when they're bloody, like the Zombicide ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't want to put blood on these too much, but they got a few wounds, so I thought I'd get a little bit bloody.
Nice.
These guys don't have anything though.
I've got my Minotaur paints out, so I'm gonna use a lot of those tonight while I'm painting these.
Cool.
Be a little bit easier. It'll help.
I'm just gonna chill for a few more minutes, and then I'll let you get to your painting in peace.
No, it's harder.
It's harder.
It is. You want to have like conversation with people while you're
I can't wait to get to these guys.
I know you have to sleep though.
I'll probably be up for a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm gonna probably get something to eat again there. And I just had a little sandwich earlier, whatever time it was I told you. Last evening.
Then you're just gonna get the purple on Amy.
Blade Wolf, have you started any of the unique characters? These are so cool. I can't wait to get to these. There's the bunny we were talking about, if anybody can see him down in the corner on my screen.
What's his name?
Oh yeah, everything's
Chompers?
upside down, I forgot.
Mr. Bitey, right?
Yeah, I can't reverse my camera like I usually do.
Oh, I see. You have the camera kind of facing down.
Yeah,
it's not in the way.
Yeah, it's behind everything, or in front of everything, however you want to. It's on the other side of my workstation, so it's not in my way. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I usually flip the feed when I stream. And then when I record, my other camera that gets better resolution is in the same position, but it's on a higher tripod. And I just do that when I edit. I just flip the footage then. I flip it and I
nice.
mirror it. Yeah. So it works out well.
I've started the Voodoo character, already heading to my character I love so much. That is such a cool mini.
Yeah.
It bugs me that he's not playable.
That way for people. There we go.
Like, I want to be able to play him as a hero.
Well, we could just, homebrew something.
That's true.
I'm sure of it.
We could use him as one of the other heroes.
Yeah. And I wish that they would have given some kind of, I don't know, power-up or equipment that related to him. Because they gave one for the brain, brain souffle or something. But I wish they kind of had a unique equipment or whatever for him that kind of related to him. Some voodoo something or other. Voodoo doll or something.
Yeah, he's super cool character. I love that character.
There you go. You guys can see him down the bottom. I'm looking forward to painting Marie-Claude.
What's his name?
Marie-Claude?
Oh, Marie-Claude. Oh, okay.
The Survivor. I say French.
Survivor Marie-Claude.
Yeah, I say it in French because, I think I always throw people off.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know.
I'm not going to show my grabby house because I'm still working out the, well, I guess I can show it. It's small enough people aren't going to see how bad it looks, but I was working out the crystals, but the wash I put on before I did the highlights made everything too dark, so I have to go back in. And I think I'm actually going to use the formula that I used on their clothes because it's not as
See, it looks awesome to me. On camera, it looks amazing. Like, I don't see what the problem is. It looks good to me.
It looks terrible. Like, everything else is fine. It's just the crystals. I have to redo them. And then I might do a bit of, like, glow effects where the purple is behind the windows. Even that got way too dark. You just don't see the contrast with the rest of it. So I'm always fighting that contrast.
You're always trying to make like a gradient, and then it never stretches out as far as you want it to.
Yeah, that's the problem. With miniatures especially, you have to think that they're going to be on a table or a board. They're going to be far away. They're going to be in a group. You want like the details to really pop. It's not like somebody's going to be looking at them close. So I get that you don't have to have it blend as nicely as I like to do. But I don't know.
But if you photograph your minis, then you do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, even with all the blending that I do with mine, if I photograph them, they look like shit. I just I need to learn how to fake the photograph to make it look nice. Not fake the photograph, but like, I guess there's different filters or stuff you can put on it to make it look a bit nicer, or you don't go so close, or I don't know, there's tricks to it.
The problem I have is like my stuff, you get in close and you can see that it's got a texture to it. It drives me crazy.
Oh.
I hate that.
I don't usually have issues with texture because I do water my paint down like crazy.
Yeah.
But on rare occasion, like I might get that. There's texture on this guy, but I think it actually was on him maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the issues I have, and particularly when I'm doing skin. Like if I do a lot of skin, and I do because I do a lot of layers when I'm doing skin, and so that becomes a problem for me. Speaking of problems, for whatever reason, I cannot get this cap clean. Why is that?
What is the thing that's really dirty looking with pink all over? Is that a brush?
Yeah, that's just a brush. Like it's just an old brush that I use for kind of stirring I mix the paint in the well.
I was wondering, what the hell was that? That brush looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Yeah. That's just a mixing brush. Oh, man. This should not be taking this long.
Blade Wolf, you should post some work in progress or even just finished pictures or whatever on the website, or you could even probably post them on. They're not really orcs,
on
but
the Facebook page. Yeah.
yeah, they're not really orcs, so I don't know. Some people might complain.
Are people complaining? Because I haven't posted any orcs on there yet.
I haven't been on it in a few days, to be honest. I had people say that they had to wait for approval to get to become a member, and it's not supposed to be like that, as far as I know.
Yeah, you can set the permissions for that.
Yeah, I'd set it so that it was all like open and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there was like 3 people, I think, the other day waiting, and I wouldn't have known if somebody didn't come and tell me. I fixed my brush that was the paint was cracking off. I used nail polish.
You just painted over it?
Yeah, I resealed it with some nail polish.
Oh, most of your stuff is on Instagram? I think I follow you on Instagram. I better.
I have yet to start using Instagram. I think I'm going to start posting pictures with these guys once I finish them and start to do that.
You know what's cool about posting stuff on Instagram is you post on Instagram. What I do is I post stuff on Instagram and then I have it mirror to Twitter.
Okay.
And then I have the Twitter mirrored to the Facebook page.
Okay.
So I post one thing on Instagram, it shows up on my Twitter feed, and it shows up on my Facebook page.
Nice. I might have to get you to show me how you did that.
If I can remember how I did it, but it's all pointed that way.
Yeah. There's probably a setting somewhere. Just have to go look at it, and like it'll auto post to stuff. Are you local as well? Are you one of the? Is Blade Wolf local with you?
Close. He's like North County, San Diego area.
Okay.
So he's not too far. When he'll come up to Orange County and buy all the Batman in our shop and make us mad. Just kidding. But yeah, he because he has friends up in LA, so he'll stop into Orange County. Let's see.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah.
I still have all my Dracarius minis waiting to be done. I haven't done the orcs yet. I haven't prepared them.
Oh, that's right.
But I was almost tempted to like hop in and start painting some of these, but I'm like, it's freaking Orctober. I have to finish these guys and then go to orcs. I'm technically right now I have an excuse. I'm waiting because I managed to order the scale color green set, and I'm waiting for that to come in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to do my Dracarius orcs trying to use the scale colors.
Cool.
So I'm waiting on that to see how that works. But like I said, I have issues with trying to blend this. Scale color is just so pigmented, and it's great paint. I'm not the best at working with it yet. It doesn't blend out like I'm used to.
I gotta figure out what color I want to paint my orcs.
Yeah.
Because I don't
I'm
want to do
doing mine green, but I'm doing them a different green than I usually do. I usually do them like an earthy green, and I'm going to do these ones more of a little bit more piney, but not like over the top piney.
Like more I'm of a thinking of doing like almost like an aquamarine.
Ooh, that would be cool.
So that they look almost more like frogs, like tree frogs.
Yeah, there's you can make them like kind of like an ocean sort of, like an ocean blue or whatever, so like blue green. So then they look kind of like they're just like, I don't know, mariner orcs or something.
Yep.
That would be really cool. Yeah, I'm hoping people do a bunch of different colors. I had some GW orcs that I want to play around with, and I can't find them. So, And I don't think I never planned ahead. I didn't have time to order any in. It's the first year. It was kind of an impromptu event. The important thing is other people are painting orcs so that I can get the community doing something together and then offer up a prize for people that are taking part.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One day.
I think I might ship out a mini to somebody who wins. I think that's what I might do.
I am the Rat Man, stealer of all the things you need.
What the hell? Where did that come from?
He's talking because I was joking that he drives up to Orange County, buys all the Batman shit that we want, and then goes back.
It's hilarious.
Move
that mini so we can see what it says on the screen.
What
Your
mini?
mini is blocking the chat. Yeah.
Oh, in the way.
No, that one. Yeah,
that
there
one,
you go.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, did I do it?
Yeah.
They're
It's
gone.
good.
What's weird in Hangouts is the XSplit is reversed. The screen is reversed.
Oh,
So I
okay.
actually have to look at the actual XSplit.
Okay.
This is not the color I want.
Well, Loki is over here bumming for food. He's like, it's past my supper time. I want my food. So I'm probably going to head out and feed the kiddos.
Okay, cool.
I will catch all you guys tomorrow, most likely.
All right. Well, thanks for popping in again.
No problem. Thanks for having me. And I will check your Instagram, Blade Wolf. If you come across mine, Disney Angel Demon, I don't know. It's not
Follow.
subscribe, but follow it. Yeah, follow it. There's nothing on it, but there will be eventually. There's literally nothing. I don't even think I have an icon. All right. See you guys on that note. Good night.
All right. And then there was one streamer. So what color is Jane's hat? I just put the brown away. Oh well, it's fine. So we're just, so yeah, I'll finish color blocking and then I won't be on that much longer. I just want to finish the main color blocking stuff. But these paint so fast, like you can already tell. Like we're well on our way once these. I'll put the denim in here. Like that's like almost cheating. Because you can block. You can do all the major color blocking. She has like a white shirt on underneath, right? Yeah. I have no idea where she's from. I'm telling you, this is so much nicer to just do regular ass gaming minis. I missed you, regular ass gaming minis. So, while you guys are here, I was going to ask a favor. We were supposed to do like an SDE campaign thing, and you guys were picking your characters and all that, which is cool, and we're still going to do it. But I've kind of encountered a glitch in terms of streaming it, because if we were just streaming to YouTube, it's not going to be an issue. We just do Hangouts like what Dizzy and I normally do when we play games. That's not the issue. The issue is if we're going to try to simulcast to Twitch, which is what I looked up Pig and learned about who he was. He's an interesting villain. He's an interesting villain. yeah, if we're gonna simulcast to Twitch, I need a way to figure out how to get essentially get the Hangout on Twitch. Does she have? Yeah, she has jeans. Okay. So we're making pretty good headway on these. I could paint the skin in, but that's not, it's kind of redundant. The last color I'm gonna block in is a brown. So yeah, so what I was getting at is if you guys knew of a way where we could be in a Hangout, and I would obviously have the game board set up and all that kind of stuff, and figure out how to broadcast that Hangout through XSplit and then out through Twitch, because what I can do is I would be on XSplit in the Hangout, and then from the Hangout that broadcasts out through YouTube. But separately, I have XSplit broadcasting out to Twitch. So, for example, I'm on. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you, but I'm on Twitch right now, and I don't know with how the Hangout and how Twitch works. I don't know if Dizzy showed up at all on Twitch because I'm broadcasting out directly through XSplit, and I don't think XSplit is. I don't think XSplit sees her as a. Oh no, it shows as offline, so it's not even. I guess I never even. Oh, I see. I never actually recorded out. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, that's probably why we didn't get any visitors from Twitch, but that's okay. We'll still have Twitch visitors on when we stream some Guild Ball or whatever on Thursday. All right, so let's get some brown going, and then yeah, we're gonna pretty much call it after that. Who has brown and where? Seth kind of has dark pants. Phil has dark pants. And James kind of has a darker trench coat, but I need a different color for James's trench coat. This is an interesting color for his trench coat. Yeah. Oh, I had like a rotting flesh type color that I could have used for his trench coat. So let me see if I can find that color, because that's a way better color for this type of thing. No. No. Pestilence flesh, that's the wrong color. These are both. I need more of like, almost more of like a camel type color. That's a good color for this trench coat. Okay, so now I have a brown. I have two different color browns. One's going to be for a trench coat and a hat. The other one's going to be. Ooh. All right, let me put the YouTube channel back on my main screen here so that I can see any other comments that are going to come in. YouTube? No, so I cannot. YouTube. And oh, look. Let's watch that. Okay. So let's just put a little of this through so I can get what's her name's hat. So since these are all browns, I can go from lightest brown to darkest brown Nice quick little color block there, right? And then we wash that out. Whoops, still a little bit of, there we go. Nice. Okay, and let's go to the next brown. This is going to be for, forget what brown this is for. I don't remember. Oh, this is for the trench coat. But yeah, Pig, Scarecrow, and Hugo Strange are all crazy smart. Nice. I'm thinking of running with Wonderland Crew as part of organized crime now. I'm thinking of running Comic Talia as a sidekick to the Wonderland Crew, and then sticking a heavy trooper from LexCorp in that crew. Thinking about it. Oh wow, I have a little leak. I might. Very nice. Like a playing card. Paint the armor Wonderland style. That's a great idea. I'll totally try to do that. Might as well block in this brown as a hair color too while I'm at it. Matt as well. Who else has this like brown hair color? He does. He also has a lot darker pants. Right? Okay. And now, the final bit. Oh, shoot. Yeah, the final bit. A little bit of brown. Let's just brown her boots in. A little too much water on the brown. It's fine. And just blow it off. Okay. Final color. It's going to be a much darker. Okay. So I have this, what is this called? Muddy brown. So put the muddy brown in. I only need a few drops of it. So these are going to be the pants for this guy and for Phil. Whoa. Right. And put a little more on her boots. And then finally Phil, the cop, will have these as his pants. Here's a stock of that gun. Stock of that shotgun, kind of a wood color. Who else has a shotgun or has a wood? Even he doesn't have enough. Okay, pretty good. I could, if I wanted to, I could block in the skin colors, but it's just not, probably just not enough, worth it enough to do it, because I like to blend skin tones manually anyway. So it's not much benefit to it. Okay, let's just clean out the airbrush. A fairly productive night. I mean, I can always put in some more work on these guys very soon here. Essentially, once the skin is done, and then it's just a matter of picking out small details like belts, ammo belts, that kind of stuff. And then we're good to go. So, but yeah, I may throw Catwoman as Cheshire Cat. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Since they haven't made Cheshire for, I know I want Cheshire for Secret 6. But you can see, like, these are already, the blocking gets me a good way into the miniature. Like, you do blocking, and then once you get the skin in, they look nearly done. And you can see that texture actually looks pretty cool on there. Just gives the base a little more character to it. Okay. So with that, my friends, we're going to call it for the night. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure if we're going to be gaming, probably painting again, but we'll see. Honestly, if I could send a list of the night models and what they need to bring, I would do it. Nice. All right, guys. So that's going to do for this video. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Diz, for tuning in and for jumping in the chat. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.